My name is April Cameron. I'm the Executive Director of the Anderson Arts Center, and we are excited to present our 46th annual Juried Show competition. The show opens on April 16th and will be available to the public until May 23rd. We had about nearly 200 artists enter the competition this year, and that means that there were about 400 pieces of work that our juror had to go through to select to make our show. She has to narrow it down to somewhere between 160 and 180 pieces, including 2D and 3D artwork, because that's the amount of space that we have available in our galleries. And our juror's been working very hard to narrow down the pieces so that we can present the best show to the community for our annual Juried Show. Our juror is Cecelia Stucker. She is a graduate of the University of South Carolina, but she also studied in New York and Italy and has a master's degree in art business, and she's very well-rounded and well-traveled, and we've had the best time with her as she's been going through the process of picking these art pieces. So I'm excited for her to tell you about why she chose some of the winners that she did.
Hey y'all, I am Cecelia Stucker, and I am the juror for the 46th annual art competition at the Anderson Arts Center. It has been a really exciting time here getting to know some of the artists from the local and regional community. The painting behind me is our third place finalist by Jackie Ta. It's Countdown 24 Minutes. I found this piece appealing, one for the composition and the color, but also because it reminds me of living in New York, doing my laundry, the laundromat. There's not only a range of works in scale, but we also have a range of mediums submitted. For instance, this piece by Danielle Fontaine is encaustic on wood panel. It's entitled Pie Pond 14, Grandpa's Truck, and you'll notice the detail of the truck in the background. This piece reminds me of classical landscape painting. You'll notice the minutia of detail in the grass. You can see every single blade and each petal of the flowers. But what I like and what stands out is the modern take, including the truck. One criteria is if the work caught my eye. After that, I started to consider technique. And one thing about this work and several of the other winners is that the attention to detail is very incredible. The technique is mastered, and this is something I took into consideration. This entire piece is made out of wax, which we call encaustic. It is very difficult to manipulate because it dries very quickly. Moments by Nia Curry is our first place winner, Best in Show. This work not only stood out to me, but I like how subtle it is. We also talked about mastery of technique and skill level. Nia is one of the youngest artists to enter into the competition, yet you can see how advanced her technique is using colored pencil and graphite. The other thing I loved about this piece is this little note here of color that's expanding out from the flower into her skin. Beverly Walker's A Summer Day on Planet Earth is one of our standouts for Fine Craft Awards. One thing that I love about this piece is her attention again to detail and her use of texture. You'll notice here that she's using different types of material weaving into her tapestry to create different textures and also give perspective. Some of these textures are what we call relief, meaning they come off of the canvas into space. Another fun detail in the painting is this cardinal right here and the little tiny music note you'll notice in front of the cardinal with an open beak. Our final category is the Watercolor Award, and the standout in this category was Kathy Ogden's Awakening. And what I like most about this piece was not only her ability to manipulate the watercolors very subtly, but also the gradient and the perspective that that created. I've appreciated the opportunity to come and get to know Anderson. It's my first trip up here, and not only have I enjoyed getting to know all the artists from the area, but also seeing the main street and downtown and all the revitalization. We had a great dinner at Sullivan's last night, and I can't wait to come back and visit.